Welcome back to A Grim Life. And I am here with some more baseball cards. It is 2 days post-release date for Allen Ginter 2025. We finally got our box after it being delayed a couple days, and we're going to check it out. So anyone who is familiar with Allen Ginter, majority of the cards are baseball, but we do find some oddball and unconventional cards that are packaged within this box here. Pop stars, other sports stars, just various different things, animals, places, just different things like that. And basically this is a reimagined, updated version of what came in the 1800s. Allen Ginter was one of the big trading card brands back in the late 1800s and along with a couple others. So they went away, and then, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or so, maybe more, Topps brought back the brand, Allen Ginter. And we have the new stuff here. And they kind of throw back to that era. So anyway, enough of the history on that. The box is a little different this year. It's a little thicker. We have 24 packs per box and 8 cards per pack. Okay. And we have a guaranteed 2 hits. So you could have an autograph, a rip card. They have it covered up. I forget what all is guaranteed. But there are some guaranteed hits in here. So let's get into it and just see for ourselves what we're dealing with here. Okay, we're going to get rid of the plastic. And, this is kind of nifty. They have like a little security seal here. That's different. So we're going to slice that open. And voila. So relic card could be there, printing plate, rip card, book cards. Those are all possibilities for our hits. So I'm not going to leave this box here, but I'm going to slide it off to the side here and pull as we go. Of course, this is a personal rip. I don't do breaks or anything like that. I do have friends that collect certain teams. So I have a friend who collects Orioles. So I will give them the Orioles cards. I collect Phillies cards. That's my team. But I also have a friend who collects Phillies as well. And I will tend to give them the duplicates that I come across. So we're going to start right off with Jackson Holiday. And there you can see the main base design. And you can see it has that old-timey look to it. And the backs have never really changed in the time they've been around. All the numbers are written out. So 6s, instead of the number 6, it would be SIX, so on and so forth. So there we go. MVP, or not the MVP, jeepers. Everybody wanted him to be the MVP, but Cal Raleigh. We got, I believe this is River Ryan, rookie card. And here we got our first offbeat card. So this is Richard Kind, an actor. Very well known for his voiceover work and different animated stuff, particularly Pixar. We'll put them on their own thing. So we have some upside down. We got a mini. That's the other thing we'll find in here, these mini ones. And this is how they were back in the 1800s. They weren't this size. They were this size. So we got Randy Johnson right there on the mini. Jim Palmer, Wicked Curves insert. And there you can see it gives a little bit of a spiel on the back about Jim Palmer. So let's put that over here. So now we got our backwards facing, and we have rainbow foil versions, so not chrome. And the QC is meh. You got a little bit of a mark smudge right there, a dimple right there, and we got one Marichal. I like the chromes better than rainbow foils or hollow foils or whatever you want to call them. All right, so Rogers Hornsby is up next. Got C.J. Abrams, Nolan Ryan. So we got our two Ryans. And no, I don't believe they are related at all, but we got River Ryan and Nolan Ryan. Paul Skeens. And we've got our mini, which is a black parallel of Amiel Amador. And that is not numbered. Okay. Johan Santana on the Wicked Curves. And then we have our, now that one is a chrome. That's a refractor, Nolan Ryan. That's a good one. And then we have our foil of Mike Trout. All right, cool. So we did get a chrome. Excellent. All right. Moving along here. I do have 2 boxes of this, so we'll be having 2 videos. Altuve, Haesung Kim, rookie. Ryan Bliss, rookie. We got Sagisi, rookie. We have Dave Winfield. Harmon Killebrew. Oop. Always forget these minis. Rischel. Let's see who Rischel is. He's a musician. The Red Clay Strays. If anybody knows who they are, I have no clue. All right. Next up, we have Cardinals' first World Series win since 1982. We got Scott rolling on that one. All right, so that's another insert. Okay, moving right along here. So you also notice too that we have current and past players. J.J. Bleday, Max Fried, Brandon Nimmo. All right, our next oddball one, Fichtner. I have no idea. He's an actor. Was in Heat, Contact, Armageddon, Black Hawk Down, so on and so forth. I guess I do kind of recognize him. Anyway, put him with Richard Kind. Ricky. Vladdy Sr. All right, here's our first non-person. We got a blobfish. Okay. And we have Blue Jays win the World Series, of course. Of course, we're going to put freaking Joe Carter in there. Boo. Any Phillies fan knows why I just said that. Stupid Joe Carter. Okay. Kyle Tucker's up next. See where he lands in the offseason. Alec Boehm. Hopefully, my opinion, he stays with the Phillies. Another Reggie. Mike Trout. Carlos Beltran. We've got Gibby. Oh, and this looks like this is got a different back. So this is another parallel. So normally you have their stats. This has the Allen Ginter back. So that's going to be a little more rare. So Kirk Gibson there. We got Eck on the Wicked Curves, and we got a Dave Winfield hollow foil. Okay. All right. Okay. PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong's first on this one. Zebby Matthews, rookie. King Felix. Sheldon. Scott Sheldon of the Rangers. Another Jackson, this time it's the Bow variety. Got another black PCA this time. Not numbered. And we got Joe Musgrove on the Wicked Cavs. And there we have Roki Sasaki, rookie, on the foil. Bust out my Boston accent when I do Wicked Cavs. Yeah, I know you're probably all cringing right now. All right. Duran, Bogarts, Ben Rice, rookie. We've got Sagano, rookie. We got Mookie. We got Fred McGriff. Luke Keyshaw, rookie on the mini. Braves walk-off Mets to win NLCS, and that's portraying Andrew Jones. All right. Okay. So I watch a YouTube channel where they open up old MREs, and he's always doing, okay, all right, nice hiss. Might start doing that. Benintendi. I got our next oddball, Zon. Reality TV is a pro soccer player when he rose to fame. Season 3 of Survivor, so a bunch of Survivor, blah, blah, blah. Never heard of the guy. Boyd, not the oil can version, but Matthew Boyd. Prepon, I believe she was in that 70s show. Laura Prepon, yep, she was Donna. I recognize her. I recognize a few more of these oddball ones. There we got Jackie on the chrome. That was cool. William Covey. We got a chrome mini of Shaw. It's a good one. Matt Shaw. We'll have to sleeve that one up, I think. And we got Royals win the World Series. Got Brett Saberhagen, so that would have been back in '85. All right. So for those who get Allen Ginter, they do make sleeves and top loaders for these guys, for these minis. I get mine via card shells, in case the mat didn't give it away. All right, so we'll get that one in there. And we got our little mini top loader. They think of everything, don't they? All right, we'll stick him next to Lefty for now, until we get a bigger hit. Numbered cards, you don't really get too many of those in this product, so if that's what you're after, this might not be quite for you. This is just kind of fun. I like the old-timey design, being a history nerd. So, all right, we got DJ Hers on the rookie. Salvi Perez. Got Romine, Andrew Romine from the Tigers. Jordan Alvarez. Livy Dunn. Everybody knows him via Paul Skeens. Gymnastics and LSU. TikTok, blah, blah, blah. There you go. Our mini is of Luke Keyshaw again. That's 2. But this one is the A&G variety. There's the regular. There's the A&G variety. So that's cool. Trevor Hoffman on the Wicked Cavs. And then Skylar Aston on our hollow foil. Broadway, blah, Pitch Perfect. Okay, good for him. There's years of this product where I don't really know any of these other people. But there's at least a few this time around that I at least recognize. Riley, Kirby, Alcantara, rookie. Devers and his Giants. There's Aston again, this time on the regular one. And we've got, there we go, that's a good one. Nick Kurtz, rookie, and then Juan Marichal on the Wicked Cavs. And we got Paul Skeens on our hollow foil. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get Nick Kurtz sleeved up on the mini. He's probably the top rookie folks are hunting in all the update and later release products that Topps is putting out. Got him right in there. All protected. Come on. Get in there. Get in there. You can do it. There we go. All right. Put him up there with Matt Shaw's chrome. All righty. Moving right along here. Still haven't gotten our hit yet. Curious to see what we'll get. Jackson Churio starts us off. Roger Clemens. Ichiro. We've got Drewski. And we got a filigree behind that. Oh. Let's see. Drewski is a comedian. Worked at Red Lobster at one point, so there's that. I don't know that I really know him. Our mini. Oh, that's a good one. Dick Allen. Hall of Famer Dick Allen. I will definitely be sleeving that one up at some point. We've got Kirk Gibson again winning the World Series. And we've got Johnny Bench. So let's see what the filigree is. See if we got a good one. Ah, we got Vladdy. Vladdy Jr. on the filigree. Let's see that. It's got that stuff going around. That's called a filigree. Nothing special. It's not numbered. But we are going to sleeve this up, I do believe. I do believe. Got quite a bit to go here. The second box, we're going to run through that pretty quickly. I'm not going to go quite as slow as we are right now since this is the first box and kind of checking out what's to be seen and had here. Kind of taking my time a little bit more than normal. All right, there's Vladdy. We're going to put him over top our Harrisburg Senator player there. Okay. I think we're going to probably start moving along a little bit quicker with this box as well. I think we've kind of gotten the idea of what we're seeing in here. Greg Maddux in his Cubs attire on the second stint. Aldegari, Cruz, Sasaki, another filigree. This time we got Gaylord Perry. We'll put that aside. Melott. Another Nick Kurtz. And this is a different one. So this one is the regular back. This one here has like a bio kind of. And you can see this one has like a little action pose at the bottom, whereas this one does not. So that's kind of cool. And we have Astros win the World Series. Jose Altuve, bang, bang. You all know what that's referring to. I can't remember if it's Altuve or Alvarez. One of those two has, in recent years, kind of been distant from that whole thing where a lot of people thought he was part of it and it turned out he wasn't. But I don't know. I'm not that up on it. All right, so there's our two Nick Kurtzes. So cool. Put them up there. Let's get into our next pack. Yeah, we're almost at 20 minutes here already. So, Win, Cal Jr., Long, who's Long? Godfather Reality TV. Okay. Nolan Ryan on the Wicked Cavs. Devers on the foil. And we've got a bird. State bird, Western Meadowlark for North Dakota. And then a little spiel about that. So I don't see any x-ray cards. Last year they did these cool cards where it was like x-rays of animals, which I thought that was kind of neat. They were real glossy, kind of almost chrome type things. All right, Caden Dana's rookie starts us off. Eddie Murray, Terang, Roberts, Emma Roberts. Scream Queens. Don't know her. All right. Cruise. We got Nolan Ryan again on the hollow foil this time. We've got Pee Wee Reese on the mini. And we got King Felix on the Wicked Cavs. I hope I see a Philly on one of the Wicked Curves. I got 2 Phillies so far, actually. Come to think of it. Rhett Lauder rookie starts us off. Roberto Clemente. Fitzgerald. Michelle Fitzgerald. Another reality TV. Gibson. Carew. Perry. Bunch of old timers there. Simpson rookie. That would be Chandler Simpson of the Tampa Bay Rays. And then we got Rangers win the World Series. That's probably, 23. Jonah Heim on that one. All right, packs are now starting to get a little on the low side. We're getting closer to the end of this one. I think we might have a hit in this one. Matt Shaw, rookie, starts us off. Dick Sisler, Sorbello? Yep, we do. I just revealed it. Dang it. Cara Maria, Sorbello reality TV. But we got Bo Bichette on the bat relic right there. So that's kind of nifty. Then we got Mookie on the hollow foil. Marshall. Tom Marshall, musician with Fish. Okay. And then we got Chris Sale on the Wicked Cavs. That should fit into one of these sleeves, I do believe. It's not super thick. I don't think I need to get one of those out. Almost. It's close. I might need to get a thicker sleeve on this one. All right. I'll do that off camera. You don't need to see me sleeving up and top loading cards. That's not all that exciting. We're here to see the cards, so let's continue. Nolan Shanuel. There's Bobby Witt. Got another chrome one coming up. I do PC Bobbies. We'll put that off to the side. Corey Seager. Chung, probably not Connie. Jamie Chung, actress. Veronica Mars, Mulan, Once Upon a Time, Big Hero 6. Okay. Melot. We got a mini of DJ Mighty Me. And it's on the A&G back, so I don't even get to know who he is. Diamondbacks win first World Series, and that's Sorbello on the chrome. Meh. Okay. All right, so we've got one of our hits. Let's see where the second one is going to hide out at. All right, Alvarez Jr., rookie, we got Powell. He's going back a ways, aren't we? Oh, we got a rip card. All right. Abner Powell for the Washington Nationals. He was 8-18. And he got a card because of that. Okay. 1860s when he was born. So he was late 1800s, 1884. All right. So we got a rip card. That's our second and final hit. So I've never got one of these, but this is my first rip card. We got Ellie on the hollow foil, Melot on the mini, and Kerry Wood on the Wicked Cavs. So the big choice on here is whether you keep it as it is. It is numbered out of 199. But we could rip it. Inside you'll get an exclusive mini parallel, a possibility of a wood, metal, autograph, or sketch card. What do we do? What shall we do with this? I'm not a big Manny Machado fan. Let's hold on to that till the end of the rip. Come up with a decision on that. Okay. So now I have seen other products have bonus hits. So let's see if we get a bonus hit at all. Suzuki, Conine rookie. We've got Fitzgerald, Graziotti, Warner Phillies, City Connect, TV personality, Bachelor. Guess I'll put that aside just because he's wearing the Phillies gear. Hank Aaron, Larry Walker. We've got a Marlin showing up on our mini. And we've got Cubs win, the World Series with Chris Bryant. Okay. Got 2. It feels like I got 5 packs left here. All right. Luke Keeshaw's rookie. A couple of his minis. Christy Mathewson. The New York Giants. Arfin. Leslie Arfin, writer and artist. Dear Diary, HBO series Girls, Brooklyn 99. Okay. McGreevy rookie. We got Contreras. We got Bill Mazeroski. Another Nick Kurtz rookie. We'll take it. And that is on the A&G back. So I think we got all the varieties of Nick Kurtz. That's kind of cool. Red Sox reverse sweep Yankees. David Ortiz. 2004. All right. I'll take all the varieties of the top rookie in the box. That works. This is a fairly expansive checklist too, by the way, because we do have a lot of former players and personalities and animals and what have you. So, okay, there we go. So we've got regular Nick Kurtz. We got the A&G back, Nick Kurtz. And then we got this other bio back, Nick Kurtz. So that's pretty cool. 3 Nick Kurtzes. If you're going to get all the varieties, that's the one to get. Soler is going to start us off. We got Chipper, Bergman, Wes Bergman, another reality TV person. Chris Sale, Max Scherzer. We've got C.J. Abrams on the mini, and we have Christy Mathewson on the Wicked Cavs from his Giants days. And we got Carlos Beltran on the holo foil. All right, we're getting down to it now. Getting close. I think we need now is the Nick Kurtz big regular size. Bregman, Festa's rookie. Gore. Okay, that'll work. That does not happen to me. It happens to all these YouTubers. Well, I guess I am a YouTuber because this is on YouTube. But all the big guys who do the breaks and stuff, they'll speak cards into existence. And I just did it. So, awesome. We got Willie Mays, Max Scherzer on the holofoil. We got Benintendi on the black. That's the one variety we had not gotten yet of Nick Kurtz, is the black. And we got Jack Morris on the Wicked Cavs. All right, we're going to go ahead and get this guy sleeved up. Old Nick Kurtz. The Big Amish, as he is known, and coincidentally, or not, I guess, he is kind of from my area. He's from down in southeastern PA, like that Lancaster County kind of area down that way, which is not all that far away from where I'm at in central Pennsylvania. So that's cool. All right, I hate to cover you up, Schmitty, but we're going to cover you up for right now. Stick him next to Lefty. There's stuff on the bottom of the box I'll have to show you. It feels kind of thick. Arias, Carpenter, Elena, no idea. Singer, season 10 of American Idol. Okay. Ellie, we got a chrome of Matt Shaw. Honus Wagner. Whoop. And we've got Siesta Beach, Sarasota, Florida. on the Beach in It mini. And we got Astros win their first World Series with Bregman 2017. Bang, bang. All right, we're on our last card here. Or last pack. Has the last card in it. Okay. Pedro starts us off. Marte, Scott Boras. Yeah, we all know him. Horton rookie. We've got Larry David of Seinfeld creator fame. Bryce Gibby again. And we got Orioles win the World Series against my Phillies in '83. Boo. All right, that's it. Here's the bottom. So that's one of the big things that you can find here is that booklet card. That's a Duraga-type book card. So that's apparently a redemption that you can find in it. Obviously, they're not sticking that giant thing in there. So that's kind of cool. Commemorates the first publicly available photographic process of the mid to late 1800s. All right. So there we have it. That's Allen Ginter 2025. We're over a half hour already, so I'm going to make this outro short. Oh, we never decided on our rip. What we're going to do with the rip. I'm not a fan of Manny, so I'm ripping it. So there's a little tab up there. You just pull this down. Looks like we got an Ohtani. Huh. This is an autograph of Ohtani. It's not. Kind of got a little excited there. So that opens up like so, and then you kind of got to get it opened up like such. And I never did this before, so this is different. I don't have the fingernails to get in underneath there. There we go. All right, so it's not a wood, it's not a photographic or anything like that. It's not numbered, so, and it got tore up at the top. Great. See that? All right, so that's the downfall, I guess, of these rip cards. I don't know, I'm a big fan of that. Oh well. It is what it is, I suppose. But there we go. That's it. That's Allen Ginter. Hope you enjoyed checking this out. It was a little long. Trying to go through everything to see what all we got. Checking it all out. And, but anyway, look for the next video. Should be much shorter than this one because we're not going to spend quite as much time looking over everything and checking out who all the personalities are on here. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. We'll check you out on the next one. Thanks for watching. Do all the YouTube things, and we'll catch you on the next one. So long.